All right, now we're back and we're better. There we go. I was having some technical difficulties, and I just want a fresh start. So yeah, here we go. All right, first things first. I am gonna go over some of our bets from last week because, like I said, I was previously live right now, but I had to end it. I went -8 units. -8 units. That is the most, and I put 8.5. So I won one bet. Um, Guys, it was rough. It was just rough. I had a series of bad luck, and I'm gonna go over the bets. Gonna give you my reasoning of the things that happened, and it is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna cry. Here we are. Man, some of these are no good. So, fight not to go the distance. I started off with Miss Kong Wong, Wang Wong Tong, and she had Lipsky hurt twice. She dropped her twice with leg kicks and couldn't get the fight finished. That was one issue I had. Under 2.5 rounds, I had the new Asian sensation, the new Conor McGregor, winning that fight in under 2.5 rounds. He did so. But then I also had Sergey Spivak and the Waldo Cortez Acosta fight going under. Not even under. The fight was not supposed to go the distance. They went the distance. And I had 2 units on that bet. So at that point, we were down 2.5 units. That was a $100 bet. Next, we had Cortez Acosta winning. So it was only plus 110. So I turned $50 into 105. It was the only bet I won all night. Next, we had a long shot parlay. I had Sergey Spivak by submission, Patchy Mix by submission, and then Kayla Harrison by submission. In hindsight, what a freaking disaster. Sergey never got the fight to the ground. Patchy Mix was a goddamn disaster. And then Kayla Harrison is the only one who came in clutch. But that bet lost. I had Joshua Van by decision. Speaking of bad lucks with Wong Kong, who literally had her opponent knocked down twice. Waldo Cortez and Sergey Spivak, two sloppy heavyweights who could have finished each other. That doesn't go. Then I have Joshua Van by decision, 1 unit. And he takes Bruno Silva to the last minute of the fight and then finishes him there. And when the fight started, the bad vibes were just there. I looked at a friend I was watching the fight with, and I told him, hey, this is bad news. I feel it. Joshua Van's going to end up finishing Bruno Silva. And with 1 minute left, it is what it is. Next up, I had Kevin Holland and Patchy Mix in a parlay at plus 112. We saw Patchy Mix. You can't guess that. You can't predict that. He just came in flat. He looked like he looked like a guy who's never fought in MMA, let alone professional mixed martial arts, let alone a champion. So that was ridiculous. Then I had Joe Pyfer to win by finish, plus 120. He knocked down Kelvin Gastelum twice in the first round alone. First round alone. So now I lost that one. Wong Kong knocked her opponent down with leg kicks twice. I lost that one. Joshua Van was a minute away from a decision. I lost that one. Patchy Mix didn't show up. I lost that one. Sergey Pavlovich and Waldo Cortez Acosta didn't make it. I mean, made it 15 minutes in the sloppy heavyweight fight where both of them could have probably gotten a finish. Insane. And then 2 units on Sean O'Malley at plus 250. I'll take that one to the chin. It is what it is. It is what it is. But holy shit, what a weird night, guys. If you're a subscriber, I apologize. It's what you guys, it's gambling. I don't feel, I mean, I feel shitty, right? I lose subscribers when shit like that happens, but you're paying $5 a month to see what I'm betting. And guess what? I'm invested. I'm putting all these bets down. And anyway, we're going to get started. I got 4 of you. We're going to get going. I have a few bets on the board already that are upcoming. And this is going to be fairly quick, guys. As you see, I'm not in my usual studio, but I will say this is really good. This is the next step because this is going to be my secondary recording spot because it just helps me get out way more content. I know you guys liked the live last week, so I was excited about that. So I'm going to be going live more often. I have to work on the lights here because this is insane. But long story short, guys, I'm here. There's gonna be more of me, more lives. So I'm happy about that. I had a good turnout last week. Of course, it was a pay-per-view, but we move on. This is gonna be quicker than last week, but let's get straightforward. I'm opening up my Hard Rock app. We're gonna be looking at bets. We have UFC Fight Night, Usman versus Buckley. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As always, please leave your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you agree with. I'm hoping it's gonna be a freaking fun fight card. So starting off quick, guys, Jamie Lynn Horth, Vanessa Demopoulos. Guys, I've never been big on Vanessa Demopoulos. I think she's a very lucky fighter, 11-7. Moving up to flyweight from strawweight, a division where she's not going to look too good, in my opinion. Jamie Lynn Horth, 5'7", just absolutely massive. And I feel like that's what this fight's going to be. It's going to be a fight where one girl's just stronger, bigger, more aggressive and taking this fight wherever she wants it. I'll give Vanessa Demopoulos a little bit of credit. I think she may have some sharp striking. At times, I think that she could at one point find a submission. She's done it before. But at this point, I just think Jamie Lynn Horth is going to be the Jolly Green Giant. I think she's going to look huge here. I think she's going to be way too strong. I think she's going to dominate, and I'm taking this to a decision. So looking at the odds, we have Horth at minus 600. We have Demopoulos at plus 425. Guys, what I will say, taking Horth at minus 600 is bananas. I saw her at minus 400. I thought about parlaying her. I didn't. Now it's too late. When we look at total rounds, over 2.5 is minus 450. Under is plus 300. I don't see a finish here, guys. I think I'm staying away. When we see Jamie Lynn Horth by decision minus 210, I think that's pretty safe, guys. I'm not touching it either, though. You know me and women's MMA. If you've been following me for some time, not a favorite. Fight to go the distance, minus 350. Okay. If you think of finish, Demopoulos by finish, yes, plus 1,000. Horth to finish, plus 350. I don't see a finish. I don't see the value. I'm staying away from this, guys. Let's continue. Here we go. Phil Rowe, Angelusa. Guys, this is a tough one, too. I've been on the fence, and the odds don't really show that anybody's on. I mean, the odds kind of make this a little harder as well. Phil Rowe, plus 110. And I think he's a decent underdog here. We haven't seen him in a little bit. It's a guy who's a lengthy striker. In my opinion, a little bit too low of output, but someone who has some UFC experience. He's 10-5, and then we have Angelusa 10-4. And the reason I'm ultimately going with Angelusa is just because of how durable he is. I think he could take anything Phil Rowe has to give. I think he could hold Phil Rowe up against the cage. I think he could make this a dirty fight. I think he could take Phil Rowe down. I think he could get some control time. I'm not too comfortable picking either of these guys. I understand the dog and I understand the favorite. I might parlay Angelusa, but right now, nothing too crazy sitting on this fight, in my opinion. Phil Rowe by decision plus 275. Angelusa by decision plus 115. Total rounds over 2.5 is minus 300. Under is plus 210. I do like the over, but minus 300 just feels a little steep. That's just my opinion. We move forward, guys. And like I say, I try to move quick for the prelim, especially in a fight card like this, where there's not a lot of big names. I know you guys want the good stuff, the main card. Moving on, Ricky Simone, Cameron Smotherman. Guys, Charles Jourdain was supposed to fight Ricky Simone. I had Charles Jourdain as my dog. He was like off the bat. I could even show you that bet. It voided by itself. I was like, why don't I see that bet anymore? And it voided because Charles Jourdain pulled out. Hello. What's up? So you know what? It is what it is. We move on. But I have to say, Cameron Smotherman is very good. And Ricky Simone had made us some money actually when he finished his last fight. But I think this is a tough matchup. I think the Charles Jourdain fight was tough as well. But my problem with this is that we're getting a little crazy on these fight cards with the odds. And I understand that Smotherman is coming off short notice, but Smotherman right now is a plus 375. Ricky Simone is minus 500. Let's make this very clear, guys. Ricky Simone is extremely dangerous. We saw he has finishing ability, but let's be very clear. He's going to come in. He's going to try to chain wrestle. He's going to try to take down Cameron Smotherman, and he may have some success, but Ricky Simone is not the best wrestler. He's not someone who's just going to be taking someone to the ground every 2 seconds. And I really do think that Cameron Smotherman could find his way up in a lot of these exchanges. I think that Ricky Simone can wrestle, bring him down, but Smotherman might surprise us. So Ricky Simone at minus 500, I think that line has more to do with the fact that Smotherman's coming in on short notice and Ricky Simone looked good in his last fight. But I'm not too confident in that pick, guys. I am going Ricky Simone, but if you like the dog here, I sprinkle fucking money at plus 375. I like Smotherman, man. He's going to have the advantage striking. He's not going to have the power advantage, but if Ricky Simone cannot take down Cameron Smotherman and Smotherman finds a way away from the takedown, we're going to have a long night, and Ricky Simone is not going to look as good as he should. So I don't have anything as far as round lines. I don't have anything as far as finishing here. I just have the money line bets on the Hard Rock app. So we move forward. And I told you, we're moving quick. All right, another good potential dog, guys. Next up, here we have Cody Durden, Jose Ochoa. Okay, so Cody Durden coming in as a plus 150 underdog. Jose Ochoa is coming in as a minus 185 favorite. I got to be honest with you. I like Cody Durden a lot. Not saying so much in this fight. I'm just saying in general. He's a tough guy. He's going to bring the grappling. He's going to chain wrestle. He's tough. He's durable. And it is what it is. This is going to be up on your channel, bro. Yes, this will be up, guys. If you can't stay live, you could always rewatch. You could rewind. Yes, this is going to be up on my channel. So I do like Cody Durden. I think he's durable. But in this matchup, I think Jose Ochoa has the finishing ability, right? And we've seen Cody Durden. We've seen him get submitted. We've seen him get chinned. He is, I believe, 10 years older than Jose Ochoa, believe it or not. I want to say the difference I saw was 34 to 24. Not that it makes the world of difference, but I think we've seen Cody be battle tested. I think he's been through the ringer, and I do like Jose Ochoa. I think he may be live for a finish. He's going to be explosive. He's going to have the power. Cody Durden's been chinny, and if Cody Durden's just shooting, I can see Jose Ochoa shooting some guillotine, trying to lock up that neck and finding something as a submission. Cody Durden also, we've seen his cardio give out. So I was really on the fence in this one too, guys, but I think I am going favor here. I think I am going Jose Ochoa, but those last two fights, not too confident in them, guys. If Jose Ochoa, for whatever reason, becomes the underdog, I'm definitely taking him that way. I don't know if I'm going for the money line yet. So winning method, Durden by decision plus 325. That's not a bad one, man. If he could grapple and take Ochoa down and keep him there, he could win this fight. Ochoa by decision plus 260. You guys asked, how does Ochoa look out of round 1 and 2? That's a great question, but Cody Durden doesn't look that freaking good out of 1 and 2. So that's something to think about too. Over 2.5 is minus 125. Under is minus 105. Man, so a lot of people think this fight's not going the distance. I don't know. I wouldn't feel too comfortable with that. Jose Ochoa to win by finish, yes, is plus 155. Durden by finish, plus 450. If we go for finish only winner, Jose Ochoa is a minus 275. So you know how that bet works, guys. If there's a finish and it's a Jose Ochoa, you get your money. If it goes to decision, you get a refund. So parlays, Ochoa round 1 plus 425. Ochoa round 2 plus 600. Yeah, man. I think Ochoa's live for the finish. I do. I believe that too. Yeah. Jose Ochoa rounds 1 and 2 plus 210. Something to think about. Something to think about. We move forward. All right. Is the audio okay, by the way? Because this is a new mic. This is like a backup mic, basically. Let me know below. Guys, I love when the UFC feeds our up-and-coming superstars. I freaking love it because right now we have an up-and-coming star. Malcolm Wmaker will be a star in the UFC. Very Sean O'Malley-esque. I think he's going to be a little better overall. And the UFC is going to be very careful with this kid, just like they are with a lot of prospects. And right now, they took Chris Moutinho, which, funny enough, Sean O'Malley beat the shit out of a few years and got a TKO in the 3rd round. And they just dangling him. They're dangling him in front of Malcolm Wmaker, someone who has extreme finishing ability, someone who's undefeated. And it's just, I don't understand it. And then, of course, the odds makers know this. So the odds makers come in, and guys, right now, Malcolm Wmaker is minus 2,000. Minus 2,000. If you put down this guy in a parlay for minus 2,000, you need help. If you bet $2,000 to win 100, you need help. Like 1-800-GAMBLER. You need just call a friend, call your mom. Do something with that money. Do not put it on Malcolm Wmaker. This is the fight game. You do not put minus 2,000 on anybody, let alone a prospect in 2025 who's undefeated. You saw what happened to Peyton Talbot. Now, is anything going to happen to Malcolm Wmaker here? Absolutely freaking not. Guys, this is Chris Moutinho. Let me tell you something about Chris Moutinho. We'll move forward. I don't want to waste too much time. Guys, Chris Moutinho, the poor guy, fights and he's durable and he moves forward and he's going to charge you like a fucking rhino, but he doesn't move his head. He uses his head. He beats people in the as low-level professionals and these trash cans because he just pushes forward and he exhausts them, and he's dealing with guys with like 1 or 2 fights, and then the guys who have 10 fights are like 3 and 7. He's on a 5-fight win streak. That's the what you're going to hear. That's what you're going to see on Twitter. 5-fight win streak. Their combined record is negative. They have more losses than wins. He's been in the UFC. Yeah, I want you to beat amateurs in freaking cage fighters LOL division. Like, what is this? So to put him up against Malcolm Wmaker is absolutely insane. But let's find some something to play here. So winner, minus 2,000 Wallmaker, plus 1,100 Moutinho. Absolutely ridiculous. Total rounds over 1.5 is plus 135. Under is minus 180. I believe the minus 1.5 was plus money when this first came out, but I missed it. Winning method, Malcolm Wallmaker by decision plus 525. By knockout, minus 275. Moutinho by decision plus 2,500. Fight to go the distance, no is minus 650. Yes is plus 400. Wellmaker to win by finish, minus 450. So these are just ridiculous odds. So how did I benefit from this, guys? Let me give you one of my free bets. And Moutinho might spit in my face with this bet. I didn't only take Malcolm Wellmaker to win in the first round. I took Malcolm Wellmaker to win. I took him to win in the first round, and I took him to win by knockout. So I need a first round knockout from Malcolm Wellmaker, and I'm very confident in this. And guys, he's precise. He's powerful. He's putting people out just disgustingly. And what makes me confident in this is that Chris Moutinho really doesn't move his head. He gets hit way too often. I'm confident that even if Malcolm Wellmaker isn't comfortable throwing strikes and he's really measured, he's going to hit Chris Moutinho 7 times out of 8. And if he's hitting Chris Moutinho 7 times a minute, this powerful son of a gun with Moutinho's head just like this, he's going to land some crazy ass shit. And he's going to finish Chris Moutinho. My only fear is some sort of club and sub here. That is my only fear. For him to knock down Moutinho's tough, and then he gets to his back and chokes him out or some shit, that would break my damn heart. But I'm taking Wellmaker, first round knockout, and I got that for plus 130. So plus money, 1 unit. I love it. That's what I'm taking. It's what we're doing, and we move on. Let's not waste too much time on this. But the UFC, oh my god, I don't. It almost feels wrong. If I'm Moutinho, I feel like shit. But maybe they offered him 2 fights in the UFC. They said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna give you this up and coming prospect, kind of like Sean. If you come up on short notice, and that's another thing, short notice, we'll give you another fight." Michael Chiesa, Wellmaker round 2. What are the odds on that? Ballsy. 1 and 2 is a good idea. Wellmaker round 2 plus 300. Shit. Wellmaker round 1 plus 100. So if you're scared of the club and sub like me, Wellmaker round 1 plus 100, round 2 plus 300. Shit, I might take that. I might take that as well. And Wellmaker round 3 is plus 700. Man, I might take 1 and 2. I might take 1 by knockout and then just Wellmaker round 2 at plus 300. What if I made that's a safe hedge. 25 makes me 100. The other one makes me 80. Still win 50. Yeah, I might have to take Wellmaker round 2 at plus 300 just to hedge, just to be sure I get something. Be crazy if they go to round 3 though. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. If you think that gets out of the first round, that's good. So next up, Michael Chiesa, Court McGee. Guys, 2 aging vets, 2 good grapplers. It's this simple. Court McGee doesn't get finished. Court McGee doesn't get subbed. Michael Chiesa's best game plan is to get somebody down, find their back, find the choke. He's looked good in his last 2 fights. Again, was it an impressive competition? No. Is this impressive competition? No. But Court McGee is durable. He is tough. He could do some work. I don't think Michael Chiesa is going to be able to get Court McGee down that easy. I don't think he's finding a sub. So I really like this fight to go the distance. And more so, I like Michael Chiesa to kind of just hold Court McGee up against the cage. And I really think it's going to be one of those boring fights, and I think it gets sloppy in like round number 3. Right now, Michael Chiesa is minus 350, a little insane. I think that line needs to be a lot closer. Court McGee plus 260. I understand you taking the dog here. Over 2.5 is minus 200. I really like that because I don't see either of these guys finishing each other. Michael Chiesa's look better though. You never know. Maybe some ground and pound. Maybe he gets his striking going. Chiesa by decision plus 125. Chiesa by knockout plus 1100. Chiesa by submission plus 250. Court by decision plus 450. Court by knockout 1750 plus 1750. Court by submission plus 1200. Fight to go the distance, yes, is minus 155. No is plus 115. Chiesa by finish, yes, is 185 plus 185. McGee by finish plus 750. Finish only winner, Chiesa minus 425. Yeah. Yep. I think Chiesa by decision. That's my take. I think I'm staying away. I think actually, no, I have a Chiesa in one of my parlays, but I took him at minus 350, guys, and I don't know if that's worth it. I wish we could play those here in South Africa. We could only play these round props for main and co-main. Yeah, they actually started that in the Hard Rock app recently. It wasn't like that the whole time. Next up, Paul Craig, guys. And at this point, have I taken a dog in these fights? I don't think I've taken a dog yet. But guess what? Paul Craig against Rodolfo Bolato. Guys, this fight was supposed to happen a couple weeks back. And it was a fight card that had 11 fights, I think. And all of a sudden, mid card, they're like, oh, Bolato's out. And I had a whole unit on Paul Craig, but Paul Craig was plus 450 when I took him. And right now, earlier today, he was like plus 270. Now he's plus 300. And now I'm getting that little urge, right? Because Paul Craig should lose this fight. I'll be 100% honest with you. Bellotto should come in here. He should somewhat steamroll Paul Craig. He's a more explosive striker. Paul Craig, I'm going to go off and say his chin is already made out of glass. He gets clipped. Paul Craig hits the canvas. And now you have Bellotto standing over him, grounding and pounding. What happens? Do we see a triangle? Do we see some sort of arm bar? Do we see Craig work a submission? I'd like to think so. Now, Bellotto's a bit of a grappler himself, and he's a Brazilian dude who I could see be a little overly confident if he finds himself on top of Paul Craig on the ground. But yeah, I do like Craig here. I might take a crazy swing at Craig at plus 300. I'm not gonna give you my official pick as Paul Craig, guys. You'll see that when I post it on Instagram. At the end of the day, that's a really tough thing. I don't like any of these guys. They're not reliable. I can see Paul Craig subbing. I can see Bellotto finishing this fight standing. What I will say is total rounds under 2.5 is minus 325. I don't like that. Over is plus 220. Winning method, Bellotto by knockout minus 140. So everybody thinks Bellotto gets the finish. Craig by submission plus 650. I mean, I have to throw that somewhere. I'm going to sprinkle something somewhere there. Paul Craig by decision plus 1100. Rodolfo Bellotto by decision plus 550. I also like Paul Craig a little more after his Nickel fight. I'm not saying Bo Nickel's the greatest striker, especially after the Ritter fight, but he was more composed. He was measured, man. He had a good fight against Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel did what he needed to do, but Bellotto's just going to rush, man. He's going to come in like this big truck, and I don't doubt he can knock down Paul Craig, but he better knock him down cold because the second Bellotto shoots on top of Craig and he's in his guard and he's trying to finish the fight, something could happen. And I think Bellotto has low fight IQ, and I think he might just find himself in trouble. I'm going to move on here, guys. Let me see. Fight to go the distance, no, is minus 500. Yeah. So I don't see anything too playable here unless you're going dog. Bellotto by knockout, minus 140. Maybe you take Bellotto by finish. Bellotto by finish is minus 200. Maybe you parlay that, but fight to not go the distance is just too wide, guys. I don't see anything worthy of taking here. Alonzo Manifield, Umar Sy. Alonzo Manifield 16-5-1. Umar Sy undefeated 11-0. Who out of the undefeated fighters loses this weekend? It's gonna happen. I believe it. But guys, Alonzo Manifield's not a bad fighter, and he's scary. He's strong, but Umar Sy is really freaking good. And what I like about Umar Sy is that now we know he could strike, because I personally thought in his last fight he was gonna come in, just grapple, be super grapple heavy. And it just didn't happen that way. He showed us that he could strike. I think Umar Sy is live for a finish at any moment, but his game plan is everything. And with Alonzo Manifield and his power and his size and his strength, I think Umar Sy just needs to grapple, man. I just think he needs to play intelligent. I think he needs to strike on the outside. When the window's there, just take him down. He could easily take this to a decision. I could also see him finding something on the ground. But I'm going Umar Sy here, and let's see what we got here. All right, Umar Sy minus 700, insane. Manifield plus 500. Total rounds over 2.5 is plus 135. Under is minus 180. I agree with the under here. Minus 180 is probably pretty solid. Manifield decision plus 1100. Manifield knockout plus 1300. Sy decision plus 250. Sy knockout plus 275. Sy submission plus 160. I see a finish here. I'd rather take Sy by finish. Umar Sy to win by finish, yes, is minus 160. I might take that and parlay it. I don't think we're going to decision. I think he can finish Alonzo Manifield. Like someone said, he looked sloppy in his last fight. About Omar Sy, he trained in Bulgarian top team in my country. Yeah, he's nasty, man. Nasty all around. He proved he's good all around. 6'4". He's fucking gigantic for the division as well. Um, yeah, I just freaking really like Umar Sy, but I'm not taking him at minus 700. By finish minus 160, I think that's fair, guys. Finish only winner, Sy is minus 1,000. So yeah, expect Manifield to start seeing his way out of the UFC. Heading to the good stuff, guys. Cody Brundage, Mansour, Abdul, Malik, guys. This is gonna be an absolute fucking banger. Mansour, another undefeated fighter. Cody Brundage, 11-6, coming off a sloppy win. He almost got finished, guys. What I give to Cody Brundage is that he always brings action. What I give to Mansour Abdul Malik is that he's an absolute animal dog. He's so freaking strong. I see a finish here. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Brundage is plus 525. Abdul Malik is minus 750, guys. Absolutely insane. That line is also way too stretched. Total rounds, and I did take a bet here. Under 1.5 is minus 200. I just think that Cody Brundage is going to come out here and he has to look for the finish. I don't think he can move backwards because Mansour Abdul Malik will just push him up against the cage, find a way to bring him down. And once Abdul Malik starts throwing hammer fist and ground and pound, dude, you're toast already. The second he's on top of you and has his hands on your chest or some shit, you're fucking toast. Just the ground and pound is disgusting. The power is disgusting. Cody Brundage better come out, make this a fight. He's used to doing so. We're going to see that. So I expect an early finish under 1.5 minus 200. I like that a lot, guys. Over, if you think we get a little bit of a stretch, over 1.5 is plus 150. Winning method, Cody Brundage by knockout plus 1100. You might have to sprinkle that puppy. Abdul Malik by knockout minus 325. Yeah, by sub is plus 1,000. I don't see that happening. So yeah, I'm all about the knockout. Might do a first round knockout with him and Wmaker and another fighter coming up soon. Fight to go the distance, yes, is plus 575. No is minus 1,000. No value there. Abdul Malik to win by finish, yes, is minus 425. So guys, tread lightly. Anything could happen, but Mansour Abdul Malik should win by finish. I like him by knockout, and I like him in the first round, and I really like the under 1.5. Next up, Cody Garbrandt, Raoni Barcelos. Guys, this is my first straight dog of the night. Straight up. Let's just keep it moving. We're almost done here. Cody Garbrandt plus 160, Barcelos minus 200. Cody Garbrandt, I just put a unit on him right now. Guys, Cody Garbrandt, what we need in this fight is Cody Garbrandt to have a little bit of movement and footwork. We need the Cody Garbrandt who was champion. We need the Cody Garbrandt who fought Dominic Cruz. And when I say that, one of the other things I want to say is the only reason I'm comfortable with saying that is because Raoni Barcelos is not a dangerous fighter. Raoni Barcelos is going to look to wrestle. Raoni Barcelos is going to look to just get on top of Cody Garbrandt. And even though we've seen Cody Garbrandt deal with some issues, especially his fight against Davison Figueiredo down there, he got subbed. I don't think Raoni Barcelos finds a sub against Cody Garbrandt. Is it possible? Yes. But I want to say Cody Garbrandt is able to be this fast twitch fighter, keep the distance, use his footwork, jab, jab, get out of there, jab, jab, get out of there, and just be moving really well left to right and make Raoni Barcelos uncomfortable striking. And if once we see one or two takedowns attempts stopped, I think Cody Garbrandt's in the clear, and I like Cody by decision. I hope his chin holds up, but I like the plus 160 play on Cody Garbrandt. He's one of my other dogs tonight. Total rounds over 1.5 minus 275. I like that. Under is plus 195. Over 2.5 is 135. Under is plus 100. He's stiff now. He's not fast as he used to be. Yeah, not as fast, but he could get things done. Cody Garbrandt by decision plus 475. By knockout plus 350. By sub plus 3,000. Barcelos by decision plus 180. Barcelos by knockout plus 400. Barcelos by sub plus 550. I just think Barcelos every round has to get us a takedown so early and be there for so long, where I think Garbrandt can get up. I think Garbrandt can get away from trouble. And if early in the rounds he's able to evade the takedown attempts, man, I really do think he could land some damage. I think his strikes could be crisp. Raoni Barcelos is not a good striker, guys. Do not think he's fighting Davison Figueiredo again. You know what I'm saying? So this fight's going to look a little different. And yeah, I'm going Cody Garbrandt here. So three more fights to break down, guys, and then we're almost done. Next up, Edmund Shabbazian, Andre Petroski. Shabbazian minus 185, Petroski plus 150. I think this line should be a pick 'em. This is straight up striker versus grappler. And it's as simple. In the first round, if Edmund Shabbazian, in the first round and a half, if Edmund Shabbazian is striking and able to evade Petroski's takedowns, he is live for the knockout right there. Round one knockout. Edmund Shabbazian is very dangerous. It can be very, very fast. We've seen Petroski have some chin trouble. I like that, and I like the play. I like Shabbazian by knockout. I like the under 1.5. I'm taking Edmund Shabbazian. I am going favorite. I just think the line's a little crazy. Andre Petroski. Andre Petroski, after the round and a half, I think he's live for the sub. I think he's live for the takedown because Edmund Shabbazian has no gas tank. And once Petroski takes down Shabbazian, it could be late in the first, early in the second. Whenever he decides to take him down, I think they're staying there. I don't think Shabbazian's getting up. But then again, Shabbazian's very powerful. I think on an entry, he could easily finish Petroski. I think this is a tough fight. I took the under in this fight. Under 2.5 rounds is minus 185. Over is plus 140. Fight not to go the distance is plus 180. Shabbazian by finish, yes, is plus 100. Petroski by finish, yes, is plus 350. Finish only winner, Shabbazian is going to be minus 275. Petroski is plus 200. If Shabbazian doesn't find that knockout, I'm pretty comfortable with a decision. But I think Petroski, if he really hunts for a sub, he could find Shabbazian's back while he's tired. He could find the sub, and that's why I went with the under. I'm confident in that, but I am taking Shabbazian. Not confident enough to parlay him or anything. I'd rather take a prop bet with him in a knockout or just the under. Last two fights, guys. Co-main event, Rose Namajunas, Miranda Maverick. I'm going to do this quick. Another female fight. Rose is minus 275, Maverick plus 210. Run and get Rose at minus 275 because I think come fight night, I think come tomorrow, she's going to be in the 300s, and I think she might even finish high 300s, guys. Rose Namajunas, she's been around so long that I think we compare her to an individual who's declining. And the reality is she just has fought the best of the best in the division, but she's looked crisp in her last few fights, and she's still fighting the best of the best. This is a huge dump for Miranda Maverick, and Rose Namajunas looks huge when they faced off. 5'5" to 5'3", but she looked way bigger. She's longer. She's the better striker. She's going to keep distance. She's going to play with her. She's going to take 15 minutes into a decision. Maybe she even knocks out Miranda Maverick. But I think if Miranda gets anywhere close, I think Rose Namajunas is high level enough that she will get up or get her back to the cage, stand up, reverse, clinch, separate, and we're back to striking. I'm not too worried about Namajunas' grappling. I don't think Miranda Maverick is that good. I don't think she's that strong. Like I said, I think Rose dances around her all night, 15 minutes, and it's that simple. I'm taking Rose money line. I did parlay her with Chiesa, and then another one. Total rounds over 2.5, guys, minus 600. So if you like to finish, take the under at plus 350. Rose Namajunas by finish is plus 600. Something to think about. Maverick by finish plus 75. And then decision only winner, Rose is minus 275. So it's the same winning method. Rose by decision minus 170. I think that's something to think about. And yeah, I do like Rose. The sub could be live. I think Maverick, if she's too desperate, she's taking crazy shots after getting the shit beat out of her. I think Rose is live for a sub, and that's plus 1400. I'm not touching it, but it could be live. Guys, last fight of UFC Atlanta. Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley. I'm all over Buckley here. I got 3 bets on Buckley, and I really don't like putting all my eggs in one basket, especially for you guys, especially for betting. Straight up, Buckley within the distance. Usman is one of the best welterweight champs of all time, one of the best runs, but we got this type of decline. And I'm that guy who we all knew he beat Leon Edwards in that first fight, but he got caught, came back, didn't look the same. Then short notice fight against Hamzat, very close fight at middleweight. But we're just done. We're done here. Joaquin Buckley for 25 minutes in front of you is absolutely exhausting. We've been talking about Kamaru Usman's poor knees. We've seen him just not be the same. He has some ring rust. He hasn't been in about 2 years. And Joaquin Buckley's just steamrolling everybody. And yes, it was Thompson and Colby. But I think Joaquin Buckley is very dangerous. And in 25 minutes, he is going to touch your chin. It could be a high kick. It could be a huge hook. And I just don't think Kamaru Usman is going to be as dominant as a wrestler as he used to be when he was on that crazy win streak, where he's going to be able to take down Joaquin Buckley and tire him out or ride his back or just exhaust him and take away his power. I think Joaquin Buckley's too fast, too powerful, too young, and too hungry. I think Joaquin Buckley at minus 260 is almost a steal. I have him parlayed. I have him within the distance plus 150. And yeah, man, he's very talented. I'm not shitting all over Kamaru Usman. I just think that Joaquin Buckley, like I said, bigger, better, faster, stronger right now. I think Usman's over the hump. And I just think he's been gone for too long. Don't get it twisted. I think this could be more competitive early in the rounds. But once we get past 2.5 rounds, I think the championship rounds are all going to be Buckley. I think Usman's not going to be able to keep up. Like I said, he's going to be a step behind Buckley's speed and power. And I do think Buckley eventually finds the chin, maybe some ground and pound, God knows. I think that's the play. So Buckley minus 260, Usman plus 210. Total rounds over 2.5 minus 220. Under is plus 165. Over 3.5 is minus 45. Under is plus 110. Usman by decision plus 525. Buckley by decision plus 190. Buckley by knockout plus 160. Fight to go the distance, no, is minus 135. It was plus money yesterday. Yes is plus 105. Usman by finish, yes, plus 450. Buckley by finish, plus 150. That's how I took him. Any fighter to win by knockout, yes, is minus 110. Finish only winner, Buckley is minus 275. Maybe if you want to go that way, you don't want to take the money line, you take finish only winner Buckley minus 275. I don't think that's a bad deal. Guys, let me read this. What if Usman does what he did against Masvidal first fight, hold him up against the cage and stop on his toes? He can't hold up Buckley, and that's my point. Because if you have Buckley as just some sort of striker, I'm okay with that. But Buckley can wrestle. Buckley can defend the wrestling takedowns. He could take down Usman. I think he may if he really wanted to. He's very powerful. I'm not worried about the clinch. I'm not worried. I think Usman's fight style, very effective when he was in his prime, but against a guy like Joaquin Buckley, it's just not going to work. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. I think Joaquin Buckley at this point could basically pick up Kamaru Usman. And I'm not trying to discredit Kamaru Usman, but it's just been a long time away from the octagon. And I'm going with the young, hungry kid, and I have a few bets on him. And I'm going to probably throw another parlay with him. I think I'm going to have 3 full unit bets on him. So, guys, with last week's losses plus 26 units for the year, it happens. Toughest one of the year, toughest card of the year, but we're here. I think this is going to be a real good card. I think there's a lot of holes. Like I always say, I trust. I appreciate all the support. Be sure to go check out my bets on Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you see it up there, MMA Casual _. Guess what? For $4.99 a month, and you're supporting me as well. You get all my bets. You get to see what I'm doing. If you don't agree, you don't bet. You get my long shot bets, and now I'm also on Winnable. So you have my link on Instagram as well, where for $10 a month, you even get them texted to your phones. All my bets. I have a good feeling about this week. I think we'll be back where we're due, man. So I appreciate all of you. Like I said, new setup. I know the lighting's not ideal, but at least I get to come live more often. I'm probably going to be live, not daily, but probably like every other day, guys. So this is going to be good. I appreciate all the love and support, guys. Glad I could bring this to you. See ya. Oh my God, I just kind of stood there.